Now, you've heard me refer to the beast system at times. I remember Howard Sattler reading this on air back in the day when the Australia card was being debated. Yes.
Wow.
And it's come around again where it talks about that without the beast, the mark of the beast, you will not be able to buy or sell.
Before we start, we need to tell you up front we are not a licensed financial planning, accounting or law firm. This is simply an education program which will give you factual information. We do not give any general or specific advice around finance, business, investing, options trading or anything else. That is not what this presentation does. Please see a licensed financial planner when it comes to any investment advice you need.
There was an interesting interview that Tucker Carlson produced this week with country singer, a guy called John Rich.
Yep.
Now it's interesting.
We've just been talking about money. His last name's Rich.
Yeah.
There was an accidental.
Oh,
it was perfect.
It's ironic, isn't it?
All right, Alana.
So what he's done, he's really opened up the book on something that's really deep and out there in the mainstream discourse. So John Rich is a Christian, and he's talked about this song that's gone to like up in the top 5 of the charts right now in the United States, called Revelation. He believes that this song came from God. He said this is not the normal process until he's been writing since he was the age of 19.
Okay.
And he said the way he got this song was just so different, and he got goosebumps, and he felt he was instructed, get this song out there and just push it out, make the best music video you can, best recording of the song you can, and then get it out there. He only has a publicist, and he's saying, contrast him to what Eminem's pushing out there, stuff on the devil and Antichrist and all this sort of stuff. He's saying it's so blatant in our Super Bowl experiences, in our big events, that this is all part of the entertainment where you've got, almost simulated seances going on, seances going on stages entertainment, and you're watching a family show like the Super Bowl, and then it's going on here. And he says this has become a good versus evil type of war. It's going on. Tucker's listening to this interview. I saw it last night. Somebody sent to me with great interest. Tucker then talks about, how he tried to read the Bible 14 months ago and all this sort of stuff.
Okay.
And he's looking at the book of Revelation because this is where the song is based upon. And he talks about, and where I'm going with economics, you'll see there is a part of it which he talks about the mark of the beast. Now, you've heard me refer to the beast system at times. I remember Howard Sattler reading this on air back in the day when the Australia card was being debated. Yes.
Wow.
And it's come around again where it talks about that without the beast, the mark of the beast, you will not be able to buy or sell anything. It's in chapter 13 there. You'll look at the old book in verse 16. He calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he had that mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. What's fascinating about that is that this is what we refer to, and we now have the technology to do something like that.
We do. Yeah.
Right. We've talked about microchipping. We've talked about how it's all going digital, finances, et cetera, et cetera. I've even seen videos whereby the supermarket's setting it up that without that scanning of the hand, you can't get foods out of the refrigerator to buy at the local supermarket.
Oh, my word.
So you've got to look at this and go, prepare. He also throws John Rich a spanner in the works in that discourse, and he's saying that many Christians have believed that, that this will all happen, but they'll be what they call this theology of raptured out of there, go to heaven before all this stuff, the world falls apart, basically. And he's saying this really only came out of just after 1830s, where a particular person was teaching this, and all these Christians, it was in the footnotes of a version of the Bible later on that somebody bought into that philosophy or that theology, and then a lot of Christians have jumped on that because that nobody wants to die over this, right? This kind of idea. But he's saying it's actually probably wrong theology. He's saying and arguing. So he's throwing a real spanner in the works, not just for people who are into the mainstream music, but also considering economics, and also into church followers who have believed this theology for years. I grew up with that kind of teaching in my household.
This is very deep for a country song, mate. This is not about a man's truck or his girlfriend leaving him. I mean, come on.
His horse didn't die.
That's right.
The just making a joke of it. I've been watching a drummer reacts to videos on YouTube, and they've been getting AI to write country songs, and some of them are hilarious. But anyway, so to give you an idea, I just pulled up the iPhone, iTunes charts.
Yep.
Shows how much I use Apple products. So even in Australia, so you got to remember, American country songs historically just do really, really bad in Australia unless you're Taylor Swift. So it's now been the song's been out for 10 days officially.
Okay.
It's been on the Australian charts for 6 days.
Okay.
It doesn't chart position is the 39th currently. Highest position is 16th in Australia.
Right.
And so these are the Australian charts, not the American
Debuted at
charts.
16.
Debuted at number 16 on the Australian charts. So this is like country music is generally isolated to America.
Of course.
This is getting international recognition.
And that's not recognizing Spotify either. That's just
this
iTunes.
is just iTunes as well. So
Yeah, good
it's
point.
doing. You know how sometimes there's one song that'll just blow up on one platform? This song is blowing up across all the platforms of multiple countries. And I just find it fascinating that another independent artist that's done really, really well, who used to be a hardcore rapper, who's gone more into the Christian side of things, is a guy called Dax. Does a lot of men's rights things, supports. I've even showed some of your songs. Like, even you were impressed with him. But it's amazing how
I'm a big
many.
Dax fan already.
He's phenomenal. So I just find it amazing the amount of people that are like actually morphing and actually openly coming out as Christians for this.
What I find interesting in this discussion too is I'm coming across so many people who are talking about this in the sense they want to go off the grid and have their own support and supply of food, energy, land, of course, own their own land. So this is kind of in the consciousness of a lot of people right now.
I'll tell you how much in the consciousness is, right? Okay. Now, someone was telling me about, and I saw this other little link the other day and I followed it up, about the latest updates on your car for the geofencing, okay, as part of infotainment, right? So you literally are turning
your geofencing.
Yes. So your car will only be able to go a certain amount of distance. It is now in the terms and conditions.
Why do you think I have a 95 Hilux?
Now, that was kind of going to be my point. No, don't have a 95 Hilux. But okay, but I've got a Patrol.
It's a great car.
I've got a Patrol.
Better than the Patrol.
Patrol's a monster.
My Hilux is still running.
My Patrol's perfect.
The last 12 months I spent more time out at the mechanics than on the road. I went there.
So not true, but never mind. All right. But my point is, it hasn't got all the fancy electronics. Okay, it can climb. And I was kind of thinking, okay, with the way that society's going, whatever. Like, I want a big, tough, full chassis vehicle that I can
with electric windows,
with electric windows and sunroof and cruise control and all those goodies.
Yeah, but it hasn't got all the electrics.
It does, but mine does have those. But it hasn't got anything that's controlling the engine. Is what I'm getting at. All right. So you got the niceties, you got the nice stuff, but you haven't got that. You're not controlled by Big Brother.
Yep.
Right now, I've got a couple of cars, and I'm actually trying to downsize and trying to clean up my act. Right?
Not going to happen.
It is. Okay?
No, it's not.
And I'm thinking that's the one I should keep.
Yes.
Right? Because it might cost
sell
me
all your other cars and keep the Patrol because it deals with everything.
Travis, I've had more than one car. Seriously.
Yes.
I've never had one car since I was 16 years of age. At 16, I bought 2 cars. So I've always had many cars, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's
you're also not 16 anymore.
I'm not 16, yes, and my financial situation is different, right? But anyway, where I'm going is what you're saying about you. I'm changing the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking I need a survival vehicle,
something robust.
Yeah, something robust,
something to drive over all the zombies.
Yeah, whatever, but something that can't be controlled in, because I know the thing I'm driving at the moment, right, has got all electronics in it, and it can be screwed with.
We'll go to the other extreme. Tesla's Cybertruck.
Yes.
Isn't it bulletproof?
Apparently.
I think it is. So, you can see the society, Americans are saying, stack up on silver and stack up on water supplies and all this. And of course, ammunition.
Yes.
That's the big one for them, right?
Oh,
but, the whole Cybertruck kind of concept where it is bulletproof, there's a market for it.
Absolutely. Now I'm seeing more messages coming through, and a great bloke there, David Lansborough, who
you won't think that for long.
Okay, got to catch up and have a beer with this man. Don't talk about his Patrol. Well, I'm rather attached to it. I love that car. So all right. While I think of it though,
Toyota for the win.
Robin, if you could put your link up in the messages there, that would be fantastic. I want people to go and watch what you're saying. Your great shows that you've got, and I'd be very, very happy to help you with that and promoting that through Edge. We'll we'll talk off air, which we've already talked about. But this is the thing about community. We've got to actually help each other and maybe plan for the
even allow our community. I was going to say extremists, but that's the wrong word. Conspiracy theorists.
Yes,
Josh absolutely loved the guy.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
hilarious.
Absolutely brilliant.
Less electronics means more likely to survive an EMP or a Carrington event.
Okay, what's a Carrington event? Oh, I don't
Nuclear.
know. Oh, is that? Oh, of course it is. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, don't forget when a nuclear bomb goes off, is massive EMP, knocks everything out as well.
My point is this: do economy with each other.
Yeah,
that's powerful,
That
right?
is very powerful.
So there's a lot of people who are thinking this way, a lot of people who are talking this way, and a lot of people who are planning this way. Why can't you form your own economics?
You know what? Just walk this way.
That's that. Do business with each other.
Very
like-minded sort of stuff, and we're seeing that form as well, and different business groups and business networks.
We do that.
Talking of business networks, the worldwide businesses. What is Lisa's
It's
thing?
written behind you, my friend.
Oh yeah, Worldwide Awake Business Associate Network.
Yes,
there's a big A on it. So anyway,
there we go. Yeah. Look, again, all groups getting together and actually helping each other and actually having a sense of community. It's a very positive thing.
And pulling the piss out of each other.
Yeah,
awesome.
And
best way to
that
promote
is
business.
our economy. Look, we're getting brilliant people involved. Look, I know that with Courage is Cure, they were having issues with IT and that kind of thing, and with the cost of IT and people being shut out of particular things with the cost of StreamYard and all of that. And I would love to sort of, if we could.
By the way, I was wrong about the nuclear event. It was actually a Carrington event is a massive solar flare which will wipe out the telegraph systems in the 1800s.
Well, thank
you. Did we
Josh.
even have telegram systems back then?
Well, yeah, apparently so. But I didn't realize that, Josh. I did actually think it was something else. So there you go.
Josh is actually full of like really useless, really great information.
Hey, it's good to be educated, right? Okay, this is the great thing about having a bit of conversation. Now, today's show has gone completely off the rails.
Of course.
I think, two things. Travis arrived early. That was the first thing that threw everything out.
Set the tone.
It set the tone. We've, of course, before this, we've actually done.
Can I make a joke about tones?
We've done a show to our American audience, and I appreciate that very much, which, of course, with the news coming out with Biden stepping down or falling down, that has set the tone for the day. So it has been interesting.
He's hanging up the boots.
He's not. Look, Clinton's not coming in. Look, seeing these messages coming through, yes, is fantastic. Information like this is fantastic. Interaction is even better. So, yeah, very much appreciate it. I'm going to throw to you, mate. We're going to start slowly wrapping the show up. Where would you like to take us?
Oh gosh, no pressure.
No pressure. Well, like I always say, you are the man with the laptop, so therefore you're in charge.
You got to remember, he is next to me, who's like heavily caffeinated at the moment.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yes,
something going on. So, look, I think I'm not a promoter of fear.
No, you are not.
And so in all of this, I'm always said, the glass is always half full. There's opportunities here, but I think we need to think long and hard of where you're at, one with God, then what's your life assignment and purpose.
Sure.
Do it, get busy about it. Don't waste a moment or time. And then number 3 is prepare and hope for the best, but prepare. What's interesting about these conversations too, is these aren't the only, I'm being approached by other financial education groups, right, who want to work with me because there is a sense in society where people are saying, yes, this is an issue. This is an issue. There's different issues. They can see it. Even if they don't know the solutions, they can see that something in the gut saying there's something not right here. We want our freedom. There's something in humanity is fighting for its freedom. And I think that's the big key here is going, hey, there is hope. Get educated, get smart, get on your God-given life assignment and do it because that's what really matters. It's too short to just muck
around. Life purpose is very important, and it's different for every single person. But the first thing and the most important thing you do is find it, get on board, and just go like hell with it. Yeah, you're giving the religious overtones. I said go like hell. So
it's funny because he was giving the religious overtones.
Yes.
You've said go like hell, but he was saying like go long and hard and get busy with it. I've gone a totally different direction.
Oh dear! This has very much become a
finance show.
Hear no evil, see no evil. All that kind of carry on. All right.
Okay. Do you want a serious closing statement from me, or you want everything that's the
is
show?
It possible? Is it possible?
It is actually.
Today?
It is.
Right.
So,
Travis, be like your wife. Fake it. Right.
You're talking about Luan there. What did No, I won't go there. I'll do it later.
Come on,
I was talking about the whole moment on the Oscars.
Serious.
Anyway, so serious. So I think because a lot of the people here in the chats in the thing, they're all parents.
Right.
So I think a lot of, like, I'm not losing hope, but I think a lot of them is a pointless task at the moment, trying to wake people up, try and pull their heads out of their backsides and all that sort of stuff. I think the key thing for a lot of parents to do at the moment is to educate their kids to question everything. I think it's the next generation, like Celeste and Estelle's generation, that's going to pull us out of the fires of what's going on, especially around the education system, the financial system, everything that's going on in society. You're going to need to have the upcoming leaders that are going to have to solve things. And I think it's our kids that are going to carry the torch. We're not like ushering in the new one, but they're the ones that are going to carry it through to the next stage. So please teach your kids, educate your kids, and make them understand, like, just because the school system says, oh, you're dumb or you're stupid, you don't fit in, it's just because you're not what they want you to be. Yep. So encourage your kids to have that belief in themselves that they can be whatever they want to be. Like, I sound like a US military advertising there. We want you to be you, whatever. But your kids need to understand that at home, they can be free to be whoever they need to be. Support them, nurture them, and encourage them to chase what they want to be, and encourage them to tell their friends that they can also be whatever they want. So I think it's the kids that don't carry this, not our generation.
Can I back you on this?
Wow, you don't support something I said?
I want to back you on this.
Yeah,
just quickly.
No, go for it.
So I think it was last year.
I lost control ages ago.
It's all right. We'll take over, Aaron. We're not here to take sides. We're here to take over.
That's right.
So about a year and a half ago, whatever.
See you, Dave. Have a great day.
We were staying with my in-laws at their house and this sort of stuff, and shame they've got a house that's like 2-bedroom type of thing in this retirement feel, and there's 6 of us, right?
Right, yeah.
So it's like divvy the kids up in different rooms and this sort of stuff. So my wife and I have 2 of them sitting in our room on the floor.
Yep.
And I think she was 4 at the time. A 4-year-old wakes up in the middle of the night, and the walls are paper thin, right? And it's like 2 in the morning. She starts crying. So my wife says, put on a lullaby to me as quietly as we can. So I'm stumbling around in the dark without my glasses on, trying to find my phone to hit YouTube and put a lullaby on to calm this child, because she's loud. When she's awake, she's loud. And I'm going, all right, find a lullaby. And Chrissy's going, put on a lullaby. And I'm there, and I think I put on the lullaby, Jesus Loves Me. I start playing this. My daughter says, no, not that. It's propaganda. And my wife and I, the next day, you wake up and you kind of, what just happened last night? And I said, I didn't even know the word propaganda until I was a teenager. And here's our 4-year-old saying it at 2 in the morning. What are we teaching our kids?
No, that's good parenting, right? Recognize that paranoia, propaganda. Oh, it's been a big day. I'm exhausted.
Like I said, it's going to be the next generation that will carry us through. We've got to pave the way. We've got to clear the way for them to be what they want to be, but it's up to them to carry the torch.
All right, with that, it's the end of the show.
You can't believe I come up with a serious closing statement, can you?
Well done, Travis. Well done.
You,
keep it up.
That's why I have to finish the show, because I've run out of
you know
words
what?
now.
I think everyone should give us a thumbs up, because Travis actually said something normal.
And on that bombshell, actually, I feel like we need to actually end on this one with a bit of Jerry Springer. Look after yourself and each other. It's Edge Radio Australia, the greater wealth.